take this meeting forward. Let's welcome Madam Toastmaster of Evening, Christine Yo. Let's welcome Christine. Over to you, Christine.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Krista, for introducing me to be the Toastmaster of the evening. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Welcome to Venus Toastmaster, the all-ladies club in District 51. My name is Christine, and it is my privilege today to be your Toastmaster of the evening. Okay, so tonight is a special online meeting as this is the first speech marathon upon Venus Toastmaster. So it is a great opportunity for our members to deliver their speech, to learn how to practice their speech. Okay, so as you can see the cover slide here, the public speaking is not a sprint, but also it is a marathon. It simply means that public speaking requires a lot of practice, and we shouldn't stop halfway, but keep on practicing until you achieve the goals. All right, so I would like to pass this floor back to our club president, Angeline, for the welcome, for the opening address.
Thank you, Cresta. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today we have, I think we have a couple of guests attended today's meeting as well. Please follow the naming conventions as per the guideline provided as per Cresta. So the intention for the guests, non-Toastmaster guests, the intentions of tonight's meeting is basically to cater our speech marathon. And Saifu is the only male today. I think if you can see his video, he actually put it on ribbon just to please us. Okay, I just can't stop laughing. Okay, so the speech marathon, I mean, for Venus Club, we have our meeting, normal club meeting in every month. We have 2 meetings, right? First Friday and third Saturday. So because we have overwhelming members participate in our Toastmasters, therefore we have limited slots, and this is the first slot that we are going to expand our meetings for our members to deliver their speech. So without further delay, let me pass on to our Toastmaster of Evening, Christine, to continue to run the flow. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Angeline. So as today is a speech marathon, that's why we do not have a general evaluator. So I will invite our grammarian Betty Hua from Metro Toastmaster Club to read out her role and introduce the word of the day.
Thank you so much, Christine. And good to see all of you, ladies and gentlemen. As a grammarian or a language evaluator, it is my duty to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to the language usage, improper language, pronunciation, and excellent words, phrases, sentences, the quotes. And I will give my report at the end of our session. Okay, thank you. But we are not going to have a word of the day, are we?
Yes.
No word of the day. Thanks, Betty.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right, thank you, Betty. And next up, we'll have Crystal Go from Bagan Ajam Toastmaster Club to read out her role as an R counter.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Back to you, DOE.
All right, thank you, Crystal. Next up, we'll have Rachel, our competence communicator from Advanced Leader Bronze. Rachel seemed to read out her role as a timer.
Hello, everyone. I'm the timer. I'm going to take down all your time for the prepared speech or assignment speech, as well as for the evaluators. As you know that Toastmaster likes to talk, so if we do not control the time, then tonight we will overwhelming of the session. Okay, back to you, Christine.
All right. Thank you everyone for taking up the technical role, as the technical role are very important to control the timing and also to understand, to catch the words from our speaker and also our evaluator. Okay, so I would like to pass this to, are you all excited for our first speech marathon?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because today we have 10 speakers coming along together with us. So let us put our hands together to welcome our first speaker, Erica Go.
I would like to remind our speaker, remember to pin me.
Yes, must remember to pin Rachel.
Yes.
How to pin, huh? Pin.
There's a 3 dot next to Rachel's right top, right? Then you click on a pin.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Yes.
Christine, are you going to invite the evaluator to read out the speech objective?
Oh yes. Let us invite the first evaluator, Jane Lee, to read out Erica Go. Her speech is Who Am I?
Thank you, Christine. So the purpose of this project for the member, Erica Gore, is to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speaking. This member is completing her first speech in Toastmaster. The goal of the evaluation is to give the members an effective evaluations on her speech and delivery style. Because the icebreaker is the first project a member completes in Toastmaster. So, Erica Gore, who am I? Who am I, Erica Gore? Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Every Chinese character has a meaning behind. My Chinese character surname, Wu. There is a mouth on top of the sky, refer to foot higher than heaven. Hey means admire. So when you see me, you have to admire me. Plus, you must listen to my words because the words Ling refer to the command of a king. And for the name Erica, is actually I took it from another pretty girl named also Erica from the Baywatch. Hello, my name is Erica Goh Pei Ling. Now, in reality, I was not born as a princess. I was just an ordinary girl. If there is a movie to reflect my childhood, then I think it would be best represented by a Cantonese classic movie of the 60s, 72 Tenants. Any one of you ever watched this movie or heard of this movie? You may type 72 in the chat box. If you don't know this movie, it's okay, because that means you are very young. If you have seen this movie, it's not because you are old. It's only because it's a very classic movie. And you happen to be very well informed. 72 Tenants, this movie talks about 72 poor tenants living in a big compound. There are 20 rooms upstairs and downstairs in my big old house. The house does not have 72 families as in the movie, but more or less have 36 families. The Hong Kong version of 72 Tenants is only Chinese, but Penang version of 72 Tenants actually have Chinese, Malay, Indian, Thai, Indonesian, Burmese, and foreigners too. When I was young, because my family was very poor, my family of 4 live in an old crowded house like a haunted house. With all haunted house living conditions, my parents can't really afford anything that is well eaten, well dressed, and we can't afford luxury items like a small car. That make us very hard to have a chance to go out together as a full family set. Now, even though I'm very poor, but I'm very happy as a child because my parents love me a lot. They try to give the best to their children. I have my dad as a motorbike driver to drive me to school and to tuition and in and out everywhere and have the best education. While at home, my mother prepares meals for me and which make me fat and have a happy childhood. When I was young, my sister and I had no Barbie dolls to play with. We only have piles of books and homemade DIY toys. I drew paper dolls and designed dresses for my paper dolls to replace Barbie dolls. We have DIY a mini market with empty boxes and we draw money to let our neighbors trade with the imaginary items in the boxes in the mini market. Since we are small, the idea that my parents taught us is to read more books, learn more knowledge, and to go to university, as that's the only way to get out of this kind of poor condition and have a brighter future. Now, usually people will have their first impression based on our outlook. So when I was a child, my family called me Barbie, and my neighbors call me Afet. And in school, my classmates call me Winnie the Pooh. That's because I'm very cute and fat, like Winnie the Pooh, and not like Winnie the Pooh. I also have another nickname, which is the moon, because my figure is like a moon, round like a moon, and also different from the first and 15 days. When I was a child, I loved to eat. And yet, I love to look at the mirror because I think that is cute. And when I was 11 years old, I have a chicken pox. You know, at old times, when we have chicken pox, we cannot eat this, we cannot eat that, everything also cannot eat for 100 days. As a result, I slimmed down, credit to chicken pox. However, at the age of 18, I become overweight again due to having pressure because of this SPM. I ate a lot. And gradually, I stopped looking in the mirror or taking photos. When I graduate and I start working, I eat more and more, and I grew from overweight to obese. I don't like to look in the mirror anymore, and it's very hard for me to face myself. I don't recognize the person in the mirror. Who am I? I don't dare to look at the camera or take pictures. And every time I take pictures, it's only with the group photos. And also I hide at the back and show my face only among the crowd. Then until one day, I can't stand it anymore. I can't accept that I will be so unhealthy and ugly for the rest of my life. So I decided to change. I decided to lose weight. And from 82.5 kg, I lose to 56 kg and transform to a new self. Then I can look in the mirror again and taking pictures and face the camera again. And I'm no longer having stage fright because I'm pretty. And many times people ask, what is your work? And from your profession, people start to judge your personality and your economic status. But I used to be an administrator in a university for more than 10 years. And over the past 10 years, I used to feel like I am only an administrator. I have no achievement and only an administrator. Until recently, I'm jobless. So I feel like without a job title, I'm still trying to figure out actually who am I. So no matter which stage of the life I am, I think I'm able to change and cope with it well. I'm appealing. Thank you.
Right. Wow, well done, Erica, for such an inspiring speech, whereby I think you have inspired me that this platform is a really safe zone for us to share out what are the things that maybe it was hidden ourselves previously. And I'm really happy to see Erica today. She is feel more confident in herself and even deliver her first speech. Well done, Erica. Okay, coming up next, may I invite Savin Cha, our advanced communicator, bronze, advanced leader bronze, to read out her role for Questa, to read out the speaker for Questa.
Yes, hello, over TOE. From my understanding that because of the first 6 of them are doing the same speech, so evaluator do not have to repeat for the reading, right? So yeah, I just have to remind Questa, your time is 4 to 6 minutes. So when 4 minutes, the green light will be shown. So timer, please help up, alright? And then the 5 minutes will be the amber light, and then 6 minutes will be the red light. And then you have 30 seconds for you to do the wrap up. Alright, back to you, Kiwi. Thank you.
Savin, you may also read out the topic for the speakers.
Okay. Questa speech title is Step Up. Alright, Step Up, Questa.
Thank you, Serene. Good evening, everyone. My name is Cresta, and I'm a banker. But today, I would like to share with you one of my memorable experience in my life, which is much more interesting compared to my daily job. And here it goes. When I was small, my ambition is to be a professional accountant. But it changed during my university life. My inner voice out of sudden diverted me into entertainment industry. This inner voice of mine was kept inside me for years because none of my friends who is interested in acting, and I doubt they will support me for it. So usually I went to audition by myself, and no matter what the result is, I always tell myself to stay positive, to treat it as a lifetime lesson. Finally, 7 years ago, I managed to join a program called The Ultimate Actor that was organized by ACTV, and it was in Kuala Lumpur. ACTV is one of Malaysia TV channel. The Ultimate Actor is a reality program show provides a once in lifetime opportunity for the acting lovers to chase their dreams in this career. It was an amazing journey. There were a few hundreds of contestants in the beginning, and in order to go on with the program, I need to pass all 3 stages of auditions. At last, the audition ended, and I got selected to the next stage. Happy, but with a little concern. How can I stay in Kuala Lumpur for a month on this program when my real life job is in Penang? Without further ado, for chasing my dream, I called my manager and tried to get approval to work out from office for a month. Guess what? He agreed with it. Wow, I even get 100% support from my teammates on tasks that I cannot work on remotely. I felt so grateful and appreciative to have them in my life. Until now, we are still in touch as friends. In that month, there was also my first lifetime experience in professional photo and video shooting. During the workshop section, I don't even dare to raise my hand to be the role play model, first to perform or voice out my opinions, because I feel timid among all the experienced or well-trained participants. My self-doubting caused lots of negative and uneasy perspective on me during my performance. As time goes by, the tension getting lesser, so I managed to gain my confidence level back. During the filming journey, each of us have our own stylish and makeup artist. This is what an actress feels like in television. There was a very funny experience that in 30 minutes assessment, use what we have on hand to turn ourselves into another person. On that moment, I turned myself into hip hop nigga. Yeah, yeah. I played my hair, powder my face, tinker my lips, wear oversized tee, and walk like a rapper on the street. Everyone is shocked. Such a quiet contestant like me managed to turn myself into such drastic character. Here comes the plot twist. I was selected to be part of the final phase program candidate. And my real life job manager called. In that month, my work got impacted. Therefore, I need to draw myself out from the program. Otherwise, I might be penalized at that moment. I got no choice but to play my manager for me to finish up the microfilm script and go back to Penang for good. Well, when you need bread more than dreams in life, it was my greatest memories. All the sweat and effort are worth well. Beside the awesome involvement, I do appreciate same goal friendship path crossing my life. The most important points are my acting skill got improved and also enhancement on my character in life. I always remind myself, remember to bow and believe in myself. Step up now and time wait for no man. Always stay positive. Let the opportunity knock your door a chance and never give up. This is my greatest memories to share with you guys. Thank you. Back to you, TOE.
Wow, thank you, Cresta, for sharing this your previous experience with us as a part-time actor before. Not really part-time, probably this is a short memory that you have been into this kind of audition, and then I'm sure this audition have given you a lot of experience, and it to be honest, Cresta, you can still pursue your dreams in future when there is an opportunity to knock your door. So all the best to you, Cresta. I wish that you can continue to pursue your dreams. So coming up next, we'll have let us invite Hui Ying to be the evaluator for Natalie Hall, our third icebreaker speech.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the evening, Christine. And yes, Natalie will also be doing her icebreaker speech. And her time is 4 to 6 minutes. Her topic for tonight is my unconventional job. My unconventional job. Natalie, over to you.
Thank you, Hui Ying. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to present my unconventional job tonight. You must be wondering, what is my job? While you continue to guess what is my job, shall we play a guessing game? For the first question would be, what do you think I work as? 1, chef. 2, marketer. 3, banker. 4, researcher. Put your comments in the chat box. Wow, that's a mix of answer, and some of you have got the correct answer. Now let's move on to the second question, and that would be the last one. I'm going to show you a product, and you need to guess the place or industry I'm working at. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Can you guess what are these? Can you write in the chat box?
Not see clearly.
Sorry, what about
The sweets, is it? Condom.
Yes, correct. Some of you are getting it correct. Yes, indeed, I'm a marketer working in the condom industry. I manage sales orders from customers across continents such as Southeast Asia, Europe, United Kingdom, and others. These includes processing commercial and tender orders, product development, sample requests, and shipping containers. Here's a little fun fact for you. Did you know condoms is a medical device? They are actually used for contraceptive method, but it's also protect against sexually transmitted infections. It comes with different thickness, size, and colors. Amazing, right? After revealing what I do, your next question in your mind would be, why? Are my parents okay with it? Of all the many choices, why this? Well, after I finished my studies in 2016, the first thing I had to do was to secure my full-time job. While I hunt here and there, somehow Carex, which is my current workplace, has offered me a job opportunity. Without any second thoughts, I took this opportunity and learned as much while I'm still at it. With all the late nights, finally my hard work has paid off, as I was the first to travel for work among my subordinates who had started their career at the same timing with me, but somewhere else. I never knew this would happen, and I was so happy that I get to travel to Europe. The best part is I get to extend my trip and experience traveling solo. Along the way, I met different people with different opinions about my job. I remember clearly that I was working in an exhibition in KL. I was pitching the company and a product to a Singaporean man. After the pitching, he asked me, are my parents okay with it, and do they knew that I was working for a condom manufacturer? I said yes, they supported me since beginning. He replied me with positive feedbacks and wished me luck in my career. In 2019, my last work trip was in Nice, located in France. Then I took this chance to travel to Rome. During my vacation, I stayed in an Airbnb apartment and met an Italian lady, and so happened she's my Airbnb host. We talked, we exchanged some ideas, and when she finally knew what I was doing with my job, her face turned as though she was a disappointed mom. She said, why are you doing this? Why are you wasting your life selling condoms? Go do something better. Be an artist, be a musician, anything else but not this. I tried to talk to her to make her understand better, but somehow she has fixed her perception in the first place. Well, coming here right now, I still feel very lucky that I have my supportive parents. And if you really must know, did I ever regret the choice that I made in the first place? No. People always have opinions on how we look, what we do, what we wear, but it doesn't really matter because they are not living our life. Sometimes it may seem as if our lives is going to the wrong direction, and we can't help to doubt if we are making the right decision. We never know until we try. So I took this chance to trust the process and go with the flow. I would like to end my speech with a quote from Bernard Menez Barak once said, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Thank you.
Wow, Natalie, you open up my eyes when you show the products to all the ladies here. I think I've seen the chat box, a lot of our friends here are commenting, wow, so interesting, got taste, got flavor. So I guess some of the ladies here have tried it before. Am I right?
One free sample. Venus get the first one free sample.
Angeline would like to be the consumer. Maybe you can next time if there's any free sample can deliver to us. All right, so coming up next, let us have Kelly Cole from Sunway Toastmaster to be the evaluator for Even. She's going to deliver her first icebreaker speech for persuasive influence pathway.
Hello, greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I will be the evaluator for Yvonne, and I would like to remind Yvonne here that your time for your icebreaker speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Here, I give you, Yvonne, my vulnerability. My vulnerability, Yvonne. Over to you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Evan, and I came from a very small town named Kuantan on the east coast of Peninsular Malaysia. As you may already know, Kuantan is very famous for its salted fish, and we had a huge Starbucks cafe at our beach, Telok Cempedak. And we often pride ourselves that, oh, Kuantan, we have a Starbucks. Have you been to Telok Cempedak before? Nonetheless, Kuantan is still a very, very small town. There wasn't much entertainment, and I came from a middle-income family where we didn't have the privilege to travel overseas once per year or once per every few years. I grew up as a very obedient child. I complied to all of the typical Asian culture, whereby your only responsibility as a child is to study well, get good results, and a bright future laid ahead of you. But what is a better life? I don't know. A better life sounds very vague to a 16, 17-year-old girl. Never mind, I say to myself, I am a bright student. Well, at least I think I was bright. I scored straight A's in UPSR, PMR, and also even SPM. To a point, I think I am smart, and I somehow very negatively look down on my peers that they didn't study that well like me. When we were young, scoring in the exams or generally examinations results seems like it is the only aspect that I would consider as a successful factor, because I was rather good students. So I consider myself slightly successful than my friends. And that makes me feel good. And I was very confident. Little did I know, the confidence that I had was actually ego. It was not pure confidence. Apart from this, I was also very competitive, judgmental, and I like to compare my life with the others. Ladies and gentlemen, do you ever have that friend who are born from a great family, they have no internal family disputes, never have to worry about anything, especially about finances? The girl, or perhaps the guy, the friend who seems to have everything in the world. Type me in the chat box if you have that perfect friend that you secretly envy. Do you have that friend? Yes, only from Mincy. Yes, definitely. We all have that secret friend that is pretty, smart, and also very successful. And we all know comparison is the worst thing we could do to ourselves. But I was very, very addicted. Do I feel bad about myself? Perhaps not at this moment when I was 16 or 17. I was very indulged in the euphoria of feeling superior because I was still living in the bubble of my comfort zone. The reality hits when I finally graduated from the university. I carried the faith that I will succeed in everything that I do, because we were told that as long as you studied well, you will have a great future in Malaysia or in a typical Asian family. I realized that after working in a factory as a senior chemist, it wouldn't bring me anywhere. It took me a long time to realize this. I was manufacturing gloves, similar to the manufacturing processing like a condom. And I was earning very little to less than 3,000 ringgit a month. Even though I had put in so much hard work, and over time, I took up so many responsibilities, and only to see myself working tirelessly every day with a blue uniform, immersed in sweat every Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday as well. Then I started to look around. I compared to my peers. I wrote their names in my notebook. I stalked them on social media, especially on LinkedIn. Oh, this girl working in a bank, she must be earning very good, probably 5,000 a month. So I wrote it down on my notebook. And little did I know, slowly the list grew over to 20 over names. And deep down, I know this is a wrong thing to do, but I just cannot control myself. And I am addicted to this vicious cycle, continuously comparing myself and feeling bad about myself. Eventually, I lose all of my confidence. I started the name list in the first place to remind myself to work harder so that one day I can overrun their achievements. I want to feel good about myself again. But in the end, I just feel I am stuck. I feel very frustrated, anxious, and feeling very down for my underachievements. Ladies and gentlemen, I was full with negativity, not for a while, but not for a few months, but for a few years. And here is the turning point. You must be wondering what makes me lift me up from the negativity up to a better positivity. It was the pandemic 2020. And during the lockdown, many people lost their jobs and many people lost their parents as well. And some people even lost both of their jobs and parents at the same time. One of my dear friends, the girl who was on my list, unfortunately also lost her beloved mother. And we used to be very good friends since Form 1. And I know how close is the relationships between she and her mother. And of course, it was very painful. I felt terribly bad and sorry for her loss. I came to a realization that we are no longer at the age of cliche achievements, like for example, having glamorous wedding dinner or a successful career, but we are also at the age of losing our parents. Have you ever realized that your parents are growing old and anytime they could leave? And it took me a long time. There is nothing, literally nothing that I would trade for my parents' longevity. And because I'm the eldest in the family, I couldn't imagine what would I do if either of them passing away. And I finally realized you just simply cannot have everything in life. Life is unpredictable. There are so many things that are out of our control. No matter how well or comfortable someone's life is on the surface, nothing will be the same forever. And this pandemic has shown us everything. And so you might ask, I learned the hard way, but do I still compare myself to the others? Yes, a little bit, but not too serious as I was 2 years before. And ladies and gentlemen, it is the human nature that we tend to be competitive because we are the creatures that created to compete for survival. But the key is, as long as we started to compare and dwell into the fear of losing out, we have to quickly realize that the negative thinking, we have to pull ourselves back and realign the mentality back to the correct path as soon as possible. Do not let the negative emotions haunt you for a long time. And before I end my speech, I wish everyone get to see your strength, learn to be appreciative, and work on yourself a little bit every day. Give yourself kindness, and the world will reward you with the butterfly. Thank you very much, TOE.
Thank you, Evan, for delivering such an inspiring speech for all of us to remind ourselves that we need to be appreciative for what we have, especially during this pandemic period. Yeah, I think her speech is really given us how to say, is a wake-up call for us to remember how privileged we are to be here, to meet up with each other, and we are still in healthy stage of life. Okay, thank you, Evan. Let us move on to our next speaker. Next speaker, which is she's going to deliver her first icebreaker speech as well from Motivational Strategies Pathway, Mincy Lin. I would like to also invite her evaluator, Guroshana, to be the evaluator for Mincy.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening, everyone. We're so glad to meet everyone here. So like what the Toastmaster of the evening said, yes, I'm evaluator for Mincy Lim. And I would like to just remind you that you are given 4 to 6 minutes to give your speech. All the best. Mincy Lim, first time, Mincy Lim.
Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters. I believe that everyone will have their first time experience in their life. This may be a good experience or also in a bad experience. For example, the first time when you become a mother or the first time you lost your phone. Today, I would like to share 3 stories of my first time experience in my life. First, the first time I need to go leave my home for study. I study in University Malaysia, Kelantan. The journey from Johor to Kelantan is taking around 8 to 9 hours only can reach. I still remember the first day when I leaving my home. I was alone and I was crying whole night in the bus. So when I reached the bus stand, the Kota Baru bus stand, they're so scary and unfamiliar because it's still early in the morning, around 5 to 6 a.m. There's nobody there. And let me show you the beautiful part of my university, the rainbow sky umbrella. But unfortunately, the rainbow sky umbrella was spoiled after 2 months because of the strong wind. I studied 4 years in Kelantan and I never regret. Why I say so? Because we have the opportunities to stay outside and to learn independence. I always encourage people, if you have the chance, please go and don't consider. And I learned independence and had the chance to experience the different cultural states of Malaysia. Why I say so is because for Kelantanese, when they say, for Johorian, they say 1 ringgit, 2 ringgit. But for Kelantanese, they say 1 ya, 2 ya, 3 ya. Second first time experience is the first flight and trip to Bangkok with my bestie. It is a wonderful experience that we need to plan our trip ourselves. We need to find the feedback from internet, looking for the hotels. I would say this is really good. And youngster will always never afraid anything. Why I say so? At times, I think Bangkok is quite dangerous. And we are 2 girls only, are so brave to travel there. And luckily, we did not face any unhappy matters and we back Malaysia safely. And Bangkok is a very nice place for you to travel, photograph, and also shopping. There is some attraction place like Chocolate Village and Hua Hin, as a little Santorini is so beautiful and unforgettable. Besides, the food and the snacks is so delicious and cheap. I enjoy so much. So do you guys love Bangkok? If yes, please give me a love shade, a love emoji. This first time experience is good for us because we would like to explore more in the future. Third first time experience, I think this is not only the first time experience for myself and also for you. Do you guys know what is that? Which is the COVID pandemic. All of us suffering almost 2 years for this pandemic. We are unable to reunion with our families, gathering, dining out, and traveling. It's okay. We learn from that. It's okay. Yeah. And another thing is, we learn from this pandemic. We start to cherish and appreciate every moment we have now, understand each other, and also communicate more with our friends and family. So, everyone, how is your first time experience? I think this is a very good experience. So always reminisce back for your first time experience, and even if different thinking of your mind will have different feeling to your first time experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Missy, for sharing your first time experience with us. I guess every one of us in this floor, in this room, will also have a lot of first time experience. I think Missy first time experience is very special to her personally. It's because she has to travel alone to Kelantan, whereby it's a city. It's a states whereby I've never been before. Maybe next time if I'm going to Kelantan, I need Missy help to bring me around to travel and be the translator, because I think I saw some of our friends here have mentioned the dialect is very different, and we, like me, with like Bahasa broken person, I don't think I can understand any of the words there. Yeah, and also the traveling pictures. Yeah, you're making me jealous that whereby all of us are stuck here, cannot go out for traveling. Yeah, so thank you, Missy, for sharing us your first time experience with us. So coming up next, we'll have our last icebreaker speaker. She's delivering her ice from Effective Coaching Pathway, Lily Chan. I would like to also invite Saiful Ikram from Selamat Malaysia Online Toastmaster Club to be the evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Evening. Today we're going to hear icebreaker from Lily, and the title is going to be Lily's Kitchen. Lily, one word for you: have fun. Go ahead.
Thank you.
And speak.
Hi. Good
Okay,
evening
back
to
to you, Lily.
everyone. Good evening to Madam Toastmaster of the evening, and hello to all my fellow Toastmasters and guests in our midst. Welcome to Lily's Kitchen. Wow, this is a place where it transformed a corporate woman to a baker, a cook, a mother, and a wife. Trust me, this is the corner where ultimate secrets are kept. And today, all of you are in luck. I'm going to reveal one tiny secret to all of you. I'm going to show you the secret of making snow skin moon cake. How many of you would like to see this? Type 1 in the chat box. All right? Now, I'm always the person who like to do things out of the box, and this is actually my secret recipe. So stay tuned, yeah? Let's begin. First, you pour in your glutinous rice flour, and then rice flour, and then wheat starch, all right? Not cornstarch, yeah? It's wheat starch. Then a little bit of caster sugar and milk and condensed milk, all right? And then a pinch of salt. So you stir this, mix it all up. Yeah, like I mentioned, Lily's kitchen is filled with secrets. And this is the place where I spend my time alone with my baking and my dishes. And every evening, coming home from work, I would make a beeline to this corner because I just can't wait to quieten down myself and place my entire love onto the masterpieces I'm creating for that day. And now the mixture is already incorporated, right? So what do you do next? Sieve it. And steam it, right? For 20 minutes. And it will become like this. Okay, so and what do you do next? You will then need a pair of gloves to knead this dough. Now tell me, can you guess why you need this pair of plastic gloves? To those who say it's for hygiene purpose, type 1 in the chat box. To those who say it's due to the heat from the steam, from the dough, sorry, type 2 in the chat box. And to those who say it's to prevent the dough from sticking to our fingers, type 3 in the chat box. Wow, thank you so much for responding. Pour a little bit of oil and start kneading. So do you want to know the answer? The answer is number 3. Do you know why? Let me tell you why. Our hands have natural moist that comes from our body heat. And it causes the dough to stick to our hands. Yeah, so in order to have it very smooth, like this, do you see this? You would need a pair of plastic gloves. Now let's continue. And this process is very, very therapeutic. It's where I would do a lot of thinking. I would think about my life. Have I lived a purpose-driven life today? I would think about my work. Have I done a very good decision? Decisions that I made, was it good enough? I would think about my family. How did my son spend his day in college, and etc. Now that we're done kneading, all right, you would need to have a plastic wrap and wrap it up and then place in the fridge like this. Okay, next is you need to weigh it, 30 grams. Rub it, roll it like a ball. And then the filling, another 25 grams with the egg yolk. And roll it like a ball. And start wrapping it. Wrapping the mooncake is really very tedious. It requires the teamwork from all the 10 fingers, like this. Turn, twist, press, turn, twist, press, until it is all closed up. And it is all the same with our own life. All of us have a purpose living here on earth, right? And have you ever thought of the purpose of your existence? Lastly, roll over cooked glutinous rice flour. Take a stamp and stamp it. And here you go. A beautiful snow skin mooncake. So starting from today, find that little corner in your house. Spend that quiet time with only you and your masterpiece. Be it painting, knitting, or sewing, you will surely find joy living and breathing every day. And that's all from Lily's Kitchen. Till we meet again. Yummy.
Thank you, Lily, for showing us the demo of how to make a snow skin mooncake. I think you make us all drooling already during this not midnight like just like our supper for tonight. So well done, Lily. You are also making a good business because I saw the chat box. Our friends are already asking for orders. Okay, well, so coming up next, shall we have the e-voting for all of our first icebreaker speech? Shall I flash? Probably SAA can flash out the poll for our friends to vote.
Before that, maybe we can have timer to share the report.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, may I have Yu Yi-wen to share the timer report?
Rachel.
Oh, yes, Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel.
Rachel.
Yes. Let me share screen. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Rachel, you may share the screen.
Yeah, can y'all see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we have total 6 icebreaker speeches tonight, and the icebreaker speech time allowed is 4 to 7 minutes. Go Pei-Ling, our prepared speech number 1, time taken 7 minutes 18 seconds. Cresta, time taken 5 minutes 3 seconds. Natalie Ho, 5 minutes 55 seconds. Ewan, 8 minutes 39 seconds. Mincy, 5 minutes 8 seconds. While Lily is 7 minutes 39 seconds. So we have only Cresta, Natalie, and Mincy are within the time allowed. And I also paste the timer report in the chat box. Yes.
Thank you, Rachel. So just a note for the guests and the members, right? Because our club usually for other club members there will be some rules, house rules for timers. If we exceeded the time within the limit, right, then they will be disqualified for voting. But for in Venus, we do not follow that for now because we want to encourage our members to learn how to deliver their first speech. And also slowly, because this is our new club as well, so we want to let our members to slowly pick up the time management from the subsequent speech. Thank you. Over to you, Christine.
Thank you, Angeline, for briefing us, our members, whether they are qualified to vote or not. Thank you for having this first time for us to have our practice. So may I invite Cresta or Mincy to flash out the e-voting for us?
So while waiting, just a note, everyone, including guests, you are welcome to vote the speech, the best speakers for today. You should receive a pop-up in the poll in the Zoom. Thank you.
Okay, the poll will be end by 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you, all your participants, all your participative. So before we go for a short bio break, can I have everyone to turn on their camera to have a group photo? Sorry, it's an evaluator. Shall I invite evaluator to do the evaluation first?
I think it's okay. We will take the photos first and then later evaluations. Thank you, because I think everybody is already on the big camera.
All right.
Thank you. Who is the one taking pictures?
Okay, me.
All right.
Okay, give me a moment. Okay, let's start. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Now. Okay, wait. So for the second page, again, everyone smile also. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you.
All right, so since our e-voting has completed, let us have our invite our assignment speech evaluator to evaluate our first ice-breaking speech. So can I have Jane Lee to evaluate Erica Gore for her first ice-breaking speech, Who Am I?
Before start, I would like to have a reminder for the evaluators about the time, 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes was fresh green, 2 minutes and 30 seconds was fresh amber or yellow, and 3 minutes will be red. Then you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. You, Christine.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. So, Erica Gore, the title is Who Am I? So, actually, I like your introduction on explaining your name with the Chinese character. It's actually a very new to me that the way how you explain the mouth and the sky method. And then second one is how you structure your speech with the starting of your origin, and then give us the time zone back to the time when you were small and then grew up and also until now. Who am I? And then the third thing that I like is you are giving a positive conclusions to relate to your topic. Who am I? And then maybe there's two things that I feel you can work with is you may give a pause before you start, because when I start to hurt your speech, right, it maybe is too sudden that you start in a very fast mode. Then I would need to take it very quickly. So maybe if you able to give a pause before you start and then take a deep breath, and then it will be much more better. And then second thing is when you interact with the audience, right? Perhaps I think you may give some time or try to mention something when you indicate and see their response. So it's like, oh, who is responding or how is the response? At least you acknowledge their response. And then two things I would like to challenge you is the hands gesture, because throughout the speech, I didn't see really a lot of hand gestures that you have. Perhaps you can make some hand gestures to have some emphasis on your certain topics. Then it will shows that this is the thing that you emphasize on. And then second one is the vocal variety. You may use the variety tone and give some pause in different situations. So as all the summarize, I think you did a very good job in your structure of your first speech, and then and then you have a very good conclusion and then to relate to your topics. and then you may work on with some vocal varieties and also hand gestures and interaction with the audience. And in the conclusions, you did a very good job and hope to listen to the next speech later on. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Jane, for your constructive feedback to our speaker, Erica. Next up, we will have shall we invite Savin Cha to evaluate Questa Yam?
Hello, yes, thank you, our TOE Christine. Questa, stand up. Wow, Questa, from after this speech, you let us know you better, how talented that you was, and you know, you really make us feel amazed, Questa. I like your speech today. You have a very, very good content. From your beginning up to your content and to the end section, you are having a very smooth flow. Well done, Questa. Let us give our Questa a love icon. All right? Yes, thank you, Risan. You know. Okay, thank you, Mincy. Questa, after listening from you, I know that in fact you're working under bank. It sounds like a kind of wasted, yeah. So anyway, I'm so glad that you pursue your dreams. You get all this opportunity. You make your own challenge. You join all the contests. You didn't doubt. Okay, no doubt you say you doubt on your own talent, but I can see that even though you doubt, but you dare to take the challenge. This is really making me feel proud of you, Questa. Well done. And this speech, obviously, that I can see you have a very well prepared. Why? Because from the beginning up to the end, there sounds like no gap. In between, the flow is very, very smooth. So this is a very well prepared speech, and you have already achieved these speech requirements. And fourth, you end your speech with encouragement. This is what really make me feel very, very positive message that you're going to bring this to us. No doubt that you are facing some challenges, you know, to make you have to stop your dreams to pursue this. However, you still making us to feel very positive with your ending message. Well done, Questa, again. And here I have 3 points of the suggestions for you to consider for your next speech in order for you to do much better. All right. The first point is I can see that you are prepared your speech, and most of the time I could say 90% you are reading your speech. Am I saying right? All right. So how I know that? Because of your spectacles. Reveal your secrets. Questa, if you can, maybe you can consider this. You can prepare your speech. This is very, very good encouragement, all right? But I would suggest that you come up point form. Point 1, what are you going to tell us? Point 2, what are you going to tell us? And point 3, the same time come with your ending part. What are you going to tell us? By telling us with the point, memorize it, so at least you can have more eye contact with us. A good speech must have the engagement and the eye contact with your audience, all right? So, and then the third one is, okay, the second is eye contact. The third one is Questa. I wish that I can hear you of your future. What are you going to do after your encouragement? Because you end your session at the amber light. You still have about 1 minute for you to tell us about what's the future. What are you going to pursue? If when you start to stop at this moment, are you going to continue your casting? Like what our TOA tonight is giving you a very good encouragement. She encouraged you to continue your dreams. But Questa, I hope that you can tell us, are you going to continue? All right. So last but not least, Questa, I would say that you are doing very well tonight. And I'm looking forward to your future, to your next speech section soon. Questa, well done again. And back to you, TOE.
Okay, thank you, Sylvine, for your sincere advice to our speaker, Questa. Okay, next up we'll have Hui Ying to evaluate Natalie Hall.
All right. Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the evening, Christy. Natalie, my unconventional job. Indeed, that is really an unconventional job. And well done. on your icebreaker speech. You did really well. And what I really love about your speech is you started your speech by engaging the audience. And how you did it is by asking the questions. And that is super, and maintain this as much as you can in your forthcoming speech, because this is a great way for you to engage with your crowd. And you use hand gestures because we are in a virtual environment, a virtual setting. People can't see your body language as you're delivering your speech. So using your hand gesture, like what I'm doing now, would certainly helps to, in a way, help to build the engagement with the crowd. And you had a good speech structure. You had a good opening. In your content, you share with us your job experience, what you've been through, and you end your speech with a quote. Well done. And to further improve your speech, I have a few golden nuggets for you. And what you could do more is perhaps to have more facial expression so that the crowd can relate more as you are telling your story to us, right? And secondly, have more eye contact. This is something that most of us will be guilty with, because we tend to sometimes just look at the screen instead of the camera pinhole, so that people can look into your eyes and we get connected to you as you're delivering your speech. And to challenge yourself further, you are such a natural and high potential storyteller. Remember this, right? And inject more vocal variety in your speech, because having more vocal variety would inject more impact in your speech, and that would bring your speech to the next level. In summary, remember the points that you did well, what you can further improve in your speech, and you meet the objective of your speech tonight. All of us here know you much better. Congratulations once again, Natalie, and certainly all of us look forward to hear more from you. Thank you so much. Back to you, Christine.
All right, thank you, Hui Ying, for your advice to our speaker, Natalie. And I hope Natalie also have taken the golden nuggets that have given by our evaluator, Hui Ying. Thank you. Okay, the next evaluator, shall we invite Guru Shana from Sunway Toastmaster Club to evaluate sorry, it's Kelly call first. Kelly call from Sunway Toastmaster to evaluate event.
Hello, everyone. It's my surname is actually Kelly Chow, but that's okay. Everyone gets it wrong, by the way. Right. So, life is a compete for survival. Congratulations, Toastmaster Even. You have checked off the purpose of your icebreaker speech, and that is to introduce yourself to the club. Now, what I enjoyed from your icebreaker is you had a very captivating description by using Starbucks as the landmark in Telok Cempedak. You are interacting with your audience by asking questions and actually responding to them in the chat. And that just shows that you are actually, connecting with your audience, and you have a very structured storyline. You have a very proper storyline that you include your personal stories, making your speech very unique with your personal touch. And what I would suggest you, in my humble opinion, I would suggest you to have a little bit more dramatic gestures or more frequent, arms or facial expressions when you are, giving your speech. That can actually help you to help you to get your audience to relate to you along your lines. And as a script reader myself, I would suggest you, if you were to refer your script, you might want to put the document on top of the screen that is more closer to your camera pinhole, so your eyes don't sway too far from, looking at the script and going back to the camera. So yeah, that is something that I would suggest you as a reader myself. And as a challenge, I would love to see you use more pauses between lines. Remember to breathe. You know, if you are speaking too fast and too much in a row, you could overwhelm your audience. So breathe, relax, take it easy like that. And as well as your vocal variety, I would suggest you to like have some ups and downs and pauses like that one. And it is for your audience to feel what you feel by injecting some emotions to it. Like if let's say you're happy, put a big smile, like lift up your voice a little bit. And if you're sad, then slow it down a little bit. Your face like that. Yeah. So, and also I would like to see you practice and adjust your speech length to cater your time limit. So, don't just conclude your speech as soon as you finish it. And try to do some practice, some dry runs with your mentor or someone that you can practice with if you have one. Or just, look at yourself in the Zoom in your own meeting room like that. And overall, great structure, good engagement, interesting speech, and I thank you for sharing us your vulnerability here tonight. It is never something easy to do, and I wish you all the best in your Toastmaster pathway as a persuasive influencer. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Kelly Chow, for giving us such a constructive feedback to our speaker number 4, Even, to improve her speech in the future. And also thank you for correcting me that I mentioned your surname wrongly just now. I apologize for it. Okay, so coming up next, we would like to invite Guroshana to evaluate our 5th speaker, Mincy Lim.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Christine. So it's a pleasure to evaluate Mincy Lim. I would like everyone here to congratulate Mincy Lim. Yay, you can give a thumbs up, you can give a virtual clap. It's the first time you have overcome. Yes, you came out from your comfort zone. For me personally, right, I will remember your speech because of the title itself, First Time. I'm sure that you have created curiosity in everyone here, right? Like whether it's going to be a dirty talk or something, inspiring or something emotional. And like today, I would like to command your speech with using these 3 E. Okay. The first one, excitement. I could see the excitement in your face. You were smiling when you're talking about your personal experience because it was something original, right? And you managed to help the audience experience. Why? Personal story. Something that someone can relate. Especially like when you were talking about going away from family to somewhere else. Like for me personally, I cried too when I got married. The second E, I would say, is it was enjoyable when you shared about different dialect. So being someone, I stayed in KL my whole life and I don't really know about the dialect. So for me, it was really interesting to hear. It was enjoyable. And there was a touch of humor in your speech when you talk about the dialect, like you gave an example. And the usage of visual aid, kudos to you. You made people relate or they could imagine better, like when you talk about the umbrella scene. Number 3, enthusiasm. And honestly, right, it doesn't seem like it was your first time because your opening, it was catchy. There was sincerity in your eyes, in your story. And I could sense from the way that you spoke, you rehearsed well. Even though there was a small hiccup, but it's okay. It's your first time. I just have 3 recommendations for you that I believe that it will help you in your future speech. Okay, the first one is, I believe it's vocal variety. Like for instance, when you're talking about crying in the bus, that scene, there I felt that there weren't much emotion. For example, maybe you could have done like your hand movement. Oh, I cried in the bus the whole way. Or when you talked about like COVID, there wasn't much emotion. And second thing I would like to say is adjust the position, because Like for me, instance, you can see until here, you can see my hand movement. But for you, I couldn't see much because we are using virtual platform. Unlike physical, we can't see our whole body, how your movement and all that. So maybe next time you can adjust. You could practice, or you can ask your members to on Zoom and you can try it first. And number 3, usage of time. You finish your speech in 5 minutes and 4 seconds. Like I mentioned, like when you talk about COVID, right? It was like more of a touch and go. There wasn't much thing there. And I believe that maybe you can add on more about it. Or you could just pick one story to tell. So you can focus more on that. So in summary, your speech was filled with excitement, enthusiasm, and it was so much, it was enjoyable. Just something to improve was on your vocal variety, adjust your position, and also usage of time. So all the best to you in all your future speeches. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Guru Shana, for such a good advice to our speaker, Mincy. And I hope that Mincy also have some taken away from our evaluator. So we come to the last evaluator to evaluate our last speaker, which is Lily Chen.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to do the evaluation based on 3 things. What I see, what I hear, and from my stomach. Because that's what happened. Lily has managed to tell us all about who she is by baking in such a way. It tells us straight away, I'm a baker. And through the chat itself, you show that you are not just any baker, you are an accomplished baker because you have done a lot of recipe. You have when I hear it's a very good pace, everything done correctly, instruction one by one, people can see it, people can listen to it, and people can understand it. Of course, definitely, you're not just a baker. I believe you are also a teacher that can teach us how to bake a proper mooncake. So from regarding my stomach, when I see at the end of the day with the mooncake, I say, damn, I should be there tasting the cake, not just seeing it, because I believe it is a very good cake. Now, come to the second part, how to make your speech better, Lily. First of all, this is its icebreaker. So please, for your future, read the purpose of the speech itself. It's more to introduce yourself regarding this, regarding yourself to the club. So we want to know you better, rather than as a baker. It much for me, it is much better if you're doing the kneading of the bread and you tell about your thought. Who are you? How you be a mother? How you look at your children, everything. By doing that, so you have 2 things. One, showing off as a baker. Second, you also give us all the information regarding yourself. Second recommendation, please write down your speech. I really beg you, please write down your speech, because I know you are a good writer also. You are a good writer. You can speak better. Why I say that? By writing down your speech, it will help you to time yourself. 100 words per minute. That is the rules of thumb. If you write your speech down, because you end up at 7 minutes and 50 seconds, so it's more. By having 100 words per minute, it will help to time you down and also to clear your thought, how to display your speech. And that's how you can make your speech better. And last but not least, when you're using Zoom, or we're talking about this stupid square, to handle it, you must be able to position yourself properly. Because having a proper position, that's a difference by you giving a speech and teaching about baking. There's a lot of difference. What you do that time is teaching about baking. There's a proper set for baking, but not really for speech, because we want to hear more about you and your hand gesture. You already have that, your hand gesture, your emotion, everything is there. Just tune it big to be your icebreaker. That's all from me. I hope, I really hope, and I knew, Lily, you can be the best, one of the best speaker from Venice. Hopefully, maybe you can win this 51 speech contest, because I know you got the quality. Back to you, TOE.
Thank you, Saiful, for your feedback to our speaker, Lily. So I hope that next time Lily can do much better in her next speech. So coming, since the time is running over a bit, so shall we continue to have our prepared speech session from June?
Sorry, maybe we can have a quick break, bio break, before we go to the part 2 prepared speech. A quick one, maybe 2 minutes. Anybody need to go for bio break? A quick one, then come back.
Yeah, agree. At least 1 or 2 minutes time.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So those who need to go for a quick bio break, we'll come back in 9:27.
So our time, right?
Yes, thank you, Rachel.
I also want to go bio break.
Thank you.
Okay, I would like to test my mic. Is my sound loud and clear?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought nobody listened.
No. Yes.
It's clear.
Yes.
Thank you.
And you are so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for your speech.
Okay, 看了lang. So many people here is so pretty. Then, okay, you tak puji mereka nanti kena ya.
You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I think that I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to one more lonely night. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say
2 minutes, time's up. TOE, 2 minutes, time's up.
All right. Okay, welcome back to our Venus Toastmaster speech marathon. Okay, before we, is everyone back to our room already?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So before we move on to our prepared speech session, may I have our SAA to also flash out the e-voting for our evaluator? So we can vote for our evaluator before we move on to the prepared speech.
Do you need the timer report?
Yes. Let's see.
Okay, let me share the timer report in the chat.
Yes, thank you, Rachel, for your effort.
So for the timer report, the time allocated for all the evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. Let's see. and the half minute is 3 minutes is break when evaluators have 30 seconds to wrap up their speech. And you may see that from here we have Jane, Hui Ying, and Ellie are within the time. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's all my report.
All right, thank you, Rachel, for reading out the timer report. I guess everyone is also very excited. Still, are your energy still moving up or not? Off? Because this is a speech marathon, so we are going to continue our next session to have our prepared speech from Junbei. She is going to deliver her speech for research and presentation mastery pathway. Her speech title is Mid-Autumn Festival.
Okay, I think I need to read out June purpose, right? Okay,
yes.
June, the purpose of your project is for you to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. And your speech title is Mid-Autumn Festival. Junbei, Mid-Autumn Festival, Junbei. Over to you.
Thank you, Anjali.
The time for June's speech is 5 to 7 minutes, right, Anjali?
Yes, that's right. 5
Yes.
to 7 minutes.
So
And
5 minutes green. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 minutes will be amber or yellow. Then 7 minutes red. Then you have 30 seconds to wrap up, June.
Okay. I'm ready. 月亮圆，月亮圆，月亮照在我的家，没有春夏秋冬的家，流传千年。月亮圆，月亮圆，月亮照在我的家，没有春夏秋冬的家，流传千年。My 10-year-old boy, Jaden, was humming one day in the bathroom. It was one of the popular songs about round moon. Today, my project is researching and presentation. That's the reason why I picked this Mid-Autumn Festival. Many of you all know Mid-Autumn Festival is celebrated and it is very important festival after this Chinese New Year. It is also known as Lantern or Mooncake Festival. Mooncake Festival takes place annually on the 15th of 8th month of Chinese lunar calendar. This year, it was fall on Tuesday. That was few days back. According to Mr. Mario Prochesti, he is a professor of Buddhist studies and Chinese religions from University of Florida. The historical background in the agricultural society of pre-modern China. Mid-Autumn Festival was a festival that celebrates harvest seasons. The term Mid-Autumn, which is also became the name of the festival, this appeared in Zhou Li, one of the early Confucian classics. On the Mid-Autumn Festival, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? Please type in the chat box. Mooncake, Rachel. Wow, full moon. Thank you, Mincy and Wendy, for your response. You are right. Mooncake is the first thing that everybody
will celebrate and use it as a gifting. And of course, today, our Lily has also demonstrated us how to make the snow skin mooncake. I have a mooncake with me as well. As you know, mooncake is typically round like a full moon, symbolizes family reunion. Most mooncake have a pastry skin with traditional filling like red bean and also white lotus paste. These days, there are bird nest, chocolate ganache, green tea, and ice cream mooncake to break the convention without breaking the tradition. Creative pastry chefs and adventurous bakers have come up with so many offerings with healthier pastries and also unique skin to attract the consumer. It is also stated in the 14th century, mooncake is also used to actually overthrow Mongol rule China. In those days, there's no handphone, no smartphone. So how information or messages transfer from one person to another? So a secret message was actually slipped in the center of this mooncake and passing around in the community. This allowed the Han Chinese to coordinate and uprise and led the establishment of Ming Dynasty. The legend of Mid-Autumn Festival are rich. Did you know there is a pretty lady that always associated with this moon festival? Do you know what is her name?
Chang'e.
Yes, Chang'e. She is the goddess of the moon. Yes. So there's a story behind it. Those days, there are 10 sun uprise in the sky. So it's very hot, right? So it's actually scorched to the earth. The people are suffering. So Chang'e's husband, his name is Hou Yi. He is an archer. So he shot all the 9 down, left only 1 to live in the sky. So with that, Hou Yi was rewarded with this special potion, elixir, of immortality as a reward. So one day, his apprentice came to his house and forced this Chang'e to actually give away this potion to him. So this Chang'e was so panicked. And what she do? She actually drank the potion. And it turned out she flew up to the moon with her pet, the rabbit. So what a romantic story. What happened is after Chang'e flew to the moon, resides to the moon, so Hou Yi was stay alone. He was so sad. And also after knowing that his apprentice is the one that actually did this, he actually to make him remember his wife. So every year on this mid of 8th month, so he will display fruits and also mooncake to pray for her, for his wife. Reminisce my childhood, my family had moon viewing party with all the relatives come to my house. So the adults will enjoy the mooncake, sipping the Chinese tea, and we eat my favorite pomelo and also buffalo nuts. And children will be playing their lantern, walking around the housing area, and also light up the candles. Regardless, this festival full of romantic or keeping the secret message in the mooncake or giving away mooncake with impressive packaging to impress your friends. This festival definitely is a family reunion and it is definitely very special to me. Thank you so much, and back to you, TOE.
Thank you, June, for telling us the story about Mid-Autumn Festival and also singing the song just now, 月亮圆. It reminds me of how I taught my children in school last year. The children are also learning these songs, which is remind me a lot of memories when I'm teaching in school. Good job, Jen. Okay, for our next speaker, the eighth speaker, which is Risan, she's going to deliver her prepared speech, researching and presenting from Dynamic Leadership Pathway. Her speech title is Festival Porridge. So shall we also invite Bara from Intel Toastmaster Club to be her evaluator.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I will be evaluating today on this prepared speech, assignment speech evaluation, and the topic speech title is Festival Porridge. Timer, please make a note. It is for 3 minutes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, lesson 10, Festival Porridge, lesson 10.
Thank you, Bara. Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guests. I'm Risan here. Today, I'm going to share you about Festival Porridge. Malaysia is an incredible diversity country containing of many ethnicity, language, and religions. As a result, we have so many festivals and celebrations happening yearly. As according to the research of Penang Heritage Trust, only in Penang stage, we have more than 500 festivals and celebrations happening yearly. Wow, the number is so amazing. Whatever our race or background, it is in our culture to celebrate our joys with special foods. And regardless of our respective culture, faith, or background, we can always come together to enjoy the good food and in a grand celebration in our life. So if I tell you that we are going to eating porridge during celebrations, what will come into your mind? Today, I'm going to introduce you 3 types of festival porridge that look similar in different ethnic, and you may guess which culture does the food from and what ingredients it uses. So I would like to see in chat box the first one. Anyone can guess what it is? Curry? No. Others? Yeah, it's a type of dal, but what food is it? Chestnut. Okay, that's the ingredient. Okay, yeah, it's an Indian food. Actually, this one is sweet pongal. I believe that everyone know that pongal is celebrated mostly in South India over 4 days by the farmers who give thanks to Surya, the god of sun and giver of life, for the blessing of rich harvest. So pongal means overflow. During the first day of Pongal, the Bogi Pongal, this is also a Tamil New Year. And during the second day, Surya Pongal, the god of sun is honored. Every household, they will cook a pot of rice with milk to offer to Surya during dawn. So freshly harvested rice is cooked in milk in a clay pot until it bubbles over to symbolize the prosperity and abundance. After that, they will add the jaggery to sweeten it, then tempered with ghee, nuts, and spices and aromatic crushed cardamom. So as you can see, all these ingredients is here. So this is then to serve to the family members as well as the visitors to the house. And it's a very social period because as a relative and friends, they will visit each other and exchange the greeting during Pongal. So this is the first porridge. The second one, can anyone guess what it is? Dal also, okay. But what is the name of the porridge? Anyone? Bobo Chacha. Wow, it's quite similar. Yes. What else? Yeah. Okay. Actually, this one is Bubur Ashura. So Bubur Ashura actually is a Ashura porridge is a one-pot porridge that made with 10 varieties of seed, beans, grains, or tuber, which usually served in the 10 days of Muharram, the first month in Muslim calendar. So during the first time I'm trying bubur Ashura is during the Buka Puasa in Majlis Kapitan Keling. They will share this porridge to those neighborhood that family in poor and also the homeless people. My friend told me the bubur Ashura is a representation of gratefulness to God for the humanity well-being. I will so get in touch with this. Also, in the old days, the villagers, they will bring a bit of the ingredient needed to the Nacha Shuho, which is basically they were preparing and cooking the dish for village together. So to prepare a bubur Ashura, it normally takes 6 to 8 hours to continue stirring until so that the bubur will not get burned. So villagers, they will normally rotate to take turn in stirring during the long hours. And this is the basic ingredient as you can see. But however, like the coconut milk and also pandan is upon your own varieties and your favorite also. Third, anyone can guess what is this? And then just now, actually, I saw an answer for this porridge. Anyone? 8 type of porridge. Yes, correct. Actually, this one, the proper name to be called is La Pa Zhou, which means La Pa porridge or the egg treasure porridge. This one, La Pa porridge, actually is a porridge that made with variety of grains, beans, nuts, and fruit. And it must consist 8 type of beans and above. So in the ancient time, on the 8th day of December in lunar calendar, which we also known as La Yue Chu Ba, on this day, the custom of eating La Pa porridge is to celebrate the harvest. And every family, they will cook together for ancestor worship. At the same time, the family will get together to eat for the La Pa porridge and gift it to relatives and friends. And in Malaysia, especially in Malaysia, this custom is also actually close associated with Buddhism. So La Pa porridge is also known as Buddha porridge because before Buddha gained the enlightenment, he wants to attempt to find the right pathway of awakening by starving himself. After a few years of prolonged hunger, one day he fainted while bathing the riverside. A young header saved him. She cooked the porridge with a grains and also the wild fruits for Buddha. So Buddha attained the enlightenment no long after the meal in the 8th day of the 12th lunar months. So to commemorate this, monk and priest, they will offer the porridge to Buddha first, then to the mass. During this auspicious day, making an offering to Buddha or drinking Buddha porridge, it will bring us the greater auspicious, great health and longevity. Lastly, I would like to summarize, as you can see in the ingredient. These 3 types of porridge, they are from different ethnic, but they seem to bring out the same meaning as in sharing the same ingredient and also the same social exchange value, and they carry the holy faith belief with it. So more than just source of nutrients, such foods with rich of significance and symbolize that express our belief and hopes that shared by our community. We are all came from the diverse background, faith, but what truly unites us as a one people is our sincere love and respect for the food. Whether it's for Pongal, our Muharram, or Raya Chupa, we Malaysians always show our true colors of compensate, appreciate, and respect for the common ritual of sharing food. This is my sharing today. Thank you. Over to you, TOE.
Thank you, Risan, for sharing such a wonderful slides and also telling the story about the festival porridge. Well, I can see all of our members here are saying that you're making me hungry, and it's truly that I think since the beginning of our online meeting until now, I guess some of our speakers here have been sharing about food and also our cultural festival. So yeah, I think I have to go and grab my dinner to satisfy my crave already later after this meeting. Okay, so well done, Risan. And coming up next, we have our nice speaker who is going to deliver her pathway level 2 assignment 2, understanding your communication style from effective coaching pathway, Savin Chia. And I would like to also invite Wendy Ong to read out the title and the speech purpose.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay, Sylvie. The purpose of this project is for you to learn about different communication styles and to identify your primary style. The purpose of this speech is also for you to share the impact of your style on others. You have 5 to 7 minutes, and your speech title is Communication Tips for Couple. Communication Tips for Couple. Savin Chia, over to you.
Savin Chia line is dropped, so maybe we wait for her a while.
Okay.
Should we swap the another speaker first?
Yeah, I think we can go for the 10.
Okay, so let us move on to our last speaker, who is going to deliver the pathway level 2 assignment 3, introduction to Toastmaster mentoring in innovative planning pathway, Michelle Lam. And I would like to also invite Grace Chan, our district Toastmaster, to read out the title and the speech purpose.
Thank you very much, our Toastmaster of the evening, Christine. The purpose statement of Michelle's speech. The purpose of this project is for Michelle to clearly define how Toastmaster envision mentoring, and to also for her to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. The duration of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And the title of her speech is Musing on Mentoring. Musing on Mentoring. Michelle, over to you.
Thank you, Grace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Michelle Lam, and I'm going to be talking about mentoring and the experiences I've had growing up. So my earliest memories of being mentored was back in the mid-1990s. I had just graduated from James Madison University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Mass Communication and Dance. I had undergone a year of practical training as a scholarship student at the Richmond Ballet School in Richmond, Virginia. As a hyperachiever, I also held 2 part-time jobs while dancing at the ballet studios. The first job was as a part-time photojournalist at a local newspaper called Asian Fortune. And the second part-time job was as a sales representative and cashier at a famous lingerie brand and store in Richmond called Victoria's Secret. In 1994, I had been accepted into a Christian graduate school called Regent University in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And that was when I first met my mentors. It was a Malaysian couple and who later became my spiritual mentor. So this is Gopal Kunjikanan. He is a polio victim and he had just entered Regent University as a student to achieve his Master of Divinity degree in a few years' time. As you can see, he travels around on his wheelchair. Now, he and his wife, Daisy, who's pictured here in the second picture on the far left, the woman in yellow, she's Daisy Kunjikanan. Now, Daisy devoted her time and her life to take care of Gopal. Wherever he went, there she was as well. And not only that, both Gopal and Daisy served the international students on campus by founding an Asian Christian fellowship. So I spent a lot of time with Gopal and Daisy back during my graduate study days. I was one of the pioneers of this fellowship, the Asian Christian Fellowship. And as pioneers, I spent a lot of time, in fact, all the pioneers, a handful of us spent a lot of time with Gopal, learning the word of God under him. We used to observe how he leads the fellowship, as well as how he reached out to international students on campus. All the pioneer members were given a chance to also take up leadership roles required in the fellowship, from welcoming everyone to the meeting, to leading worship with singing, playing musical instruments, reading the scripture, facilitating Bible discussions, leading in words of prayer, and giving the announcements. Now, those who were not so comfortable with these frontline high visibility roles basically resolved to carry out their behind the scenes responsibilities, such as organizing the invitations and capturing the RSVPs. They would help Daisy prepare the food and drinks, prepare the games, or help collect the tithes and offerings, prepare the Holy Communion elements, or simply invite friends to come for the fellowship. Now, apart from the fellowship, I also spent a lot of time with Gopal and Daisy. Together with the other members of the Asian Christian Fellowship, Gopal and Daisy will come to my ballet performances and support my passion in ballet. In this picture, I'm that lady in all white with these feathers on my head. I was a dove in this particular ballet called The Gift. Now, these were wonderful times because I spent time not only with my mentors, I spent a lot of time getting to know international students as well as American students who joined our fellowship. Other times I would spend the one-on-one sessions with Gopal and Daisy chatting about everything under the sun, about how my day went, what happened at Regent University, as well as what's going on in the ministry. I would also spend much time with Daisy praying for the various needs of the fellowship members. There were also many times when both Gopal and Daisy prayed for my needs and for God's guidance and provision over my life. I grew spiritually in knowledge and understanding of God's word. I had many opportunities to serve the ministry in various leadership roles, and both Gopal and Daisy were my mentors who also extended warm hospitality towards other international students on campus. Needless to say, it was an amazing time where I learned tremendously. It was definitely a win-win relationship with them. Now, as I reflect on my experience being mentored by Gopal and Daisy in the areas of spiritual knowledge and service, or even my career mentors during my corporate professional life in the last 20 years, I summarize the qualities of mentoring as such. M stands for mutually agreed arrangement. The mentor agrees to guide and support the mentee through this journey, while the mentee will choose to be open to learn from the mentor. E stands for a mentor's expertise and experience, that contributions to that would go towards the learning and growth and achievement of the mentee's longer term goals. Now, N stands for need-based. A mentor's role is need-based according to the knowledge and skill gaps of the mentee and the aspirations that the mentee has. T stands for time. A mentor spends quality time with the mentee in a professional or casual setting. The mentor shares knowledge and technical experiences. O stands for opportunities. The mentor creates or looks out for learning opportunities that are aligned to the mentee's aspirations. And finally, R stands for relationship. A mentor-mentee relationship is established on values such as care and concern, kindness and compassion, respect, and a passion for learning and growth, building one another up to succeed in their respective roles. Thank you very much for your attention. Back to you, TOE.
Thank you, Michelle, for sharing such a wonderful experience when you were having this opportunity to travel abroad and having the time together with hosting with other fellowship members. You look very pretty in the photo, the photo that you have shared. Well done, Michelle. And thank you for sharing. And we'll move on to our ninth speaker just now, Sabine, because just now she have dropped the line, and I'll also repeat her pathway level 2, pathway level 2 assignment 2, understanding your communication style from effective coaching pathway. So I'd like to also once again invite Wendy on, advanced communicator bronze competence leader from MIM Toastmaster of Kuala Lumpur to read out her speech title and also the speech purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Christine. Hi, Shaveen. Today, the purpose of your project is for you to learn about different communication styles and identify your primary style. The purpose of this project is also for you to share the impact of your style on others. We have 5 to 7 minutes, Saveen. Saveen's title for tonight is Communication Tips for Couple. Communication Tips for Couple. Saveen, over to you.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, my moderator, and thank you, our TOE, Christine. Hello, good evening, my dear friends. There is a saying that if you're looking for a spouse, you must looking for someone who can make you laugh. Do you agree with this statement? Yes, I see Christine nodded. He said, yes, Saifu, thank you. All right, oh, nodding. Wow, Kelly, okay. Appreciate that. Yes, if you say yes, I would suggest you, please look into this one. This is tip number 1. Can you see this tip? I have to, my dear, hey, can I, sorry, timer, can I just stop and then off my background first? Go on, but the time can, Rachel, go on. Sorry, Rachel, just a while. Let me put off my background first, or else I couldn't show my prop. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rachel. Okay, let me restart again. All right, so just now a few nodded ahead. Okay, thank you. Let me show you this one. In our life, we are always at this angle. This is called 6, this is called 9. Okay, from my point of view, I always see this is 6, right? But come to Christine or someone say right just now to me, you always see this as 9. So all of us are always at our own point to argue 6 versus 9. I will say this is tip number 1. If you want to have someone to make you laugh, so you have to always bear in mind that you have to avoid the angle point of view. All of us are always right, okay? When we come to argument, when we come to discussion, we always have our own point. My dear friends, what will make you lose if let's say you keep on fighting for your rights, even though you are right? Like example, me and Angeline always fight for the right. Right, Angeline? Okay lah. We always fight for the right for the meaning for Toastmaster, okay? However, we never lose our relationship. My dear friends, remember, when you fight for your right, the other side, you will lose your relationship. Always ask yourself, what is the outcome that you want? This is tip number 1. Never argue for the right. In order for you to argue for the right, I would suggest you to practice your active listening. All right? So, keep silent and listen to them, to your spouse, as what your spouse is going to tell you. And if let's say there's a gap in between, I can tell you, you both are definitely not fully into the present conversation. So tip number 2, in order for you to have a good relationship, okay, the tip number 2 is never go for this, called dead right, okay? The right is already so serious to make you lose the relationship, but this dead right will make you both lagi teruk. Most of the relationship, most of the couple, they are always into this situation. They not only want to fight for the right, but they always go for the dead right. My dear friends, this is not a healthy relationship. Okay? So, In the Bible saying, as long as if you are the couple, you are always having the argument. This is not saying by me, I'm saying by Bible, okay? So to avoid fighting, try to avoid all these stupid, meaningless things, okay? Never argue. So me and Angelina learn from this, we never argue, okay? We always leave each other, mock each other every day. So reserving your energy, okay, for your dialogues and make your dialogues be more positive, be the better side. But sadly to say, these are the most of the couple, they are always forgetting about this one. So my dear friends, thank you. Angeline gave me love. You see, we always mock each other. So my dear friends, I met a couple. I tell you what, this couple, the husband always tell me, Sherwin, when you met my wife, since you are her life coach, he likes to use this. You are her life coach. Please tell my wife, she has to change this, and this. Okay, so when I go to meet his wife, you know what his wife telling me? You want to be a guest? I see Crystal is laughing, right? Okay, Saifu also thinking, I can tell you, the wife is same like husband, telling me the same thing, you know. Sherwin, go and tell my husband. He need to change this, and this. Oh, dua sama bangsa. I can tell you, after listening to this couple, I can understand why these people saying the hardest profession in this world is called relationship coaching. So now I know that I'm into this very, very hard career. Okay? So my dear friends, when you are into this situation, you know what? You want to continue to fight for your right, dead right, or separated? Okay? I tell you, separated is not a gift. It's the right after you keep on fighting, then this will be your gift. So my dear friends, in order for you to win over the relationship, what you can do is give the supportive communicators. And what is supportive communicators? Supportive communicators are the one who always appreciate the calm, steady approach and earn their couple trust by providing them with the plenty reassurance, my dear friends. Please give your partner, your loved ones more time, respect them. Give them time to make their decision, don't rush them. All right? So tip number 3 is initiating your communications. Always express your gratitude. I tell you, my dear friends, if we are in the same family, like in Toastmasters or in the spouse relationship, whatever relationship, if there is no appreciation, I tell you, today, you won't see me, I won't see you, okay? In the same family or in the community, all the same one. So always express your gratitude. Tell Michelle, tell Angeline, tell Betty, tell anyone who is here tonight, you know, how much that I love you. Because of you, our meeting is very successful. Because of you, my home can run very smoothly. Always express your gratitude daily. Thank you, Michelle, giving me your love. Appreciate your love, okay? And applying your initiating communications. Like now, Michelle, without I'm asking, she already gave me her love. She's doing very well. So tell them how much I appreciate your relationship. Okay, Michelle, thank you for your love. Oh, I saw someone pass by very fast. I don't know how to president. Okay, I take 2. Okay. So the last tips is tips number 4. Always validate and apologize. I tell you, okay, regardless how right you are, also apologize. Tell your partner, after I validate, I feel that you are saying right, okay? But again, if let's say you found that I'm doing wrong, okay, and I keep on arguing, please forgive me. Just take initiative and go for apology to keep your relationship better, okay? Don't keep all this argument for nothing. So my dear friend, let us do a recap for the final. The first tip is what? When you're having this, you want to have a good love relationship, the first tip is never fight for your right. Remember this, okay? Secondly is lagi teruk. Never go for a date right. If let's say you want to win over this relationship, please stop with all this date right. Date right is mean what? Your way, my way, or there's no way. Okay? Don't stay at the no way side. Always look for the way. Third tip is be initiating communications. Express your gratitude. Like just now, I didn't ask, you all already give me so much of love. I truly appreciate that. Okay, the last tip is validate and apologize. Regardless how right that you are, so go for apology first and then talk slowly. My dear friends, last but not least, I would like to tell you, in a relationship, for me, it's like what, you know, it's like you're holding a property. You want to have a property, you must invest. Wow, big money, right? After marriage, you already spend this money. It's like you buy a property. After you hold this property, not enough yet, you know. You lagi nak what? You need some more maintenance. Right? Don't cry like Angeline, okay? You need maintenance, monthly maintenance. My dear friends, maintenance is not cheap. So let me give you the last tip. In order for you to have a good couple, lovely couple, young couple, whatever couple, let me give you this last tips. Bring them to Venus Toastmaster Club. I tell you, this is the best affordable maintenance. Okay? Venus will teach your couple how to have a good communications. Bring them to here. All right? My dear friends, thank you. I hope that you enjoy my section and I hope that you bring a lot of fun. Go back, don't fight with your spouse. I never teach you to fight, and I would like you to have a good relationship with your spouse. Remember, tomorrow onwards, bring them to Venus Toastmaster. I will see you. Thanks, back to you, our POE.
This is the example of Toastmaster likes to.
Yes, thank you, Selvin, for such a funny and also inspiring speech to all of us, especially our young ladies, to give us the tips how to communicate with our spouse, right? And whenever you have any issue with your partners, you can bring them to Venus Toastmaster Club, and this is the platform that you can find, you can fix your relationship. With our life coach here, Selvin Chia. She can give you one-to-one session. All right. Okay, with that, we've already completed all of our icebreaker speech and also our prepared speech. Are y'all feeling, how do y'all feel? All of our speakers and also members here.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, it was such a very good session whereby all of us are having the good time to share what they have in the past, and then they sharing their own experience. So with that, we are going to have our e-voting the second part of e-voting session for this prepared speech.
Timer report.
All right. Yes. Yes. Shall we invite Rachel to read out the timer report, or can share out the screens so we can have a look?
Okay, let me share the screen. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay. So all the speakers, the time allocate is 5 to 7 minutes. For June, time taken is 7 minutes 4 seconds. It is within the time allocated. Sun, time taken 8 minutes 3 seconds. Selvin, time taken 8 minutes 34 seconds. Michelle, time taken is 7 minutes 19 seconds. So far, only June and Michelle is within the time allocated. Thank you. Back to you, Christine.
All right, thank you, timer Rachel, for showing us the timer report. With that, we are going to do our second part of e-voting session for our next speakers. Means speakers number 7 to number 10. All right, so SIA, can you flash out the poll?
Okay, the pool will be end on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
All right, thank you for all of your active participating for our prepared speech speakers. And right now, we are going to have our evaluator to evaluate our prepared speech speakers. So firstly, may I invite Angeline to evaluate June Her speech title is Mid-Autumn Festival.
Thank you. June. Okay, let me pin the timer first. Right. Okay. Right. June, your title, Mid-Autumn Festival. Firstly, I want to congratulate you and compliment you with your final speech in your level 1 projects. You create audience awareness with the opening of your sweet melody that is connected with the Mid-Autumn Festival. Very good. I find it you are bold to sing the song and you do not have any fierce stage fright, right? Then the next one is you achieve your project purpose as well. Your speech are well structured and you research your content easily. The content you research are easy to digest. And you, of course, definitely you are a confident speaker. There will be 2 things that I feel that personally for your improvement considerations. 2 V, but not Venus. First one is the view, audience view, right? In the current visual setting, we are sitting on the camera setup with the frame of the Zoom. So if you could adjust and leave some space, a decent space within the camera frame so that I can see better view of your hand gesture, because just now your hand gesture is like halfway here. So you can see, I really couldn't see your hand. But if you move slightly backward a bit, then you can see your full body gestures. Then the second one is your visual. I suggest, because your current project purpose is researching and presentations, so I suggest you can add some slides, just a few slides will do, to introduce the characters of your research, such as the Mr. Mario, because I think this Mr. Mario was Angmo, but you mentioned is a Chinese guy in some of the dynasty time, right? And the Chang'e and Ho Yi, the romantic story, and the rabbit as their pet. So maybe a snapshot of the image will help people to visualize, especially the setup we have. We are in the community clubs and we have members maybe do not know about the legend of the Chinese festivals. So it will be helpful for them. Lastly, to challenge yourself to accelerate your speech in a higher level for the coming speech contest, if you would like to, right? I would like to challenge you with the 2 V's, the views and the visual. And of course, once again, I would like to congratulate you in completing your level 1 projects. And I look forward in your level 2 projects. Well done. So June, back to you.
Thank you, Angeline, for such a good and constructive feedback for our members here, June. Coming up next, we'll have Bharat from Intel Toastmasters Club to evaluate recent tongue. Her speech title is Festival Porridge.
Hi, Racing Tan.
Hi, Bharat.
Hi. The pathway, dynamic leadership. I was just mesmerized for your speech, actually. I was just, yeah, level 1, 3 project speech. It's really great. I think you are doing a 2nd or 3rd pathway. Is it that true?
No.
Or first part? Oh.
It's the first.
Wow.
Yeah, I just new joined Toastmaster.
Then kudos. Yeah, and now coming to main points, right? Your slides research presentation was really good. I was just like, I could have done this way while I was doing my pathway innovative planning. This kind of research should have been done. So that's about praisings.
Not going to happen so soon.
No worries, no worries. Yeah.
Tentatively 15 December.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so next one. I really appreciate the research. And one point, wherein you are asking like what come to your mind. Anyone. Instead of that, can someone or can I hear? I would like to hear from someone. That kind of statement could have been helped audience to raise up their voice and give. Anyhow, you had already grabbed everyone's attention, audience attention, and they came up with the name of the porridge. And to be true, I always love to hear this word from my daughter. Daily, because at Tadika, she loved to eat porridge. Even at home, if I say we made porridge means she will like run to the dining table. So you have shown us like different kinds of varieties of porridge. And the research you have done, right? It was really amazing. You had gone into the real stuff in this topic. And second thing, diversity, unity in diversity. You have presented very good topic about unity in diversity in such a big country with different religions, people, so on. And you brought everyone together with the porridge. That's amazing. And one point, maybe grammarian might or might not mention, all ingredients is here. Instead of is, we should use are here, right? It's a plural. Okay. And you had shown us like different kinds of porridge like bubur, asura, laba porridge. I will research how to cook them actually. Yeah. And then I like your presentation. The way you have kept you under the one corner of the screen and above I can see whole your presentation. It is well organized slides. Slides are very well organized. And coming to the porridge image with all ingredients kept on a rectangular box, it was very well presented. And finally, the diversity part shown very well. Apart from that, you just need to fix some grammatical things and so on. That's the thing. Thank you. Thank you, Rosentan. All the best for further pathways. Thank you.
Thank you, Bara, for evaluating Risan. I think that is also the advantage of being a former tourist guide, so that she knows a lot of different diverse cultural from all a part of Malaysia. Well done, Risan. And coming up next, I would like to invite Wendy once again to evaluate Savine, so the ninth speaker of today.
Okay, thank you so much, Christine. Savine, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So ladies in Venus, Toastmasters Club, listen very carefully. Look up and you see our star speaker, Savine, tonight has communicated to you how, when these two planets meet, how do the species in these planets communicate with each other? Savine, our star speaker tonight, has actually given three important tips that you can keep to have a good communication, to have good communication with your other half, which is your spouse. She has demonstrated very clearly the three main points, and I'm sure each and every one of you can still remember the 3 points. Can y'all? The first one is point of view. She mentioned how not to be right or dead right, but to find a point of view from each other. And the second is to initiate active listening. And the third is to be gratitude towards each other. So these are the 3 main points highlighted very clearly by Savine, our star speaker tonight. And as a life coach and in her effective coaching pathway, I believe her communication style is very clear and a very approaching. And at times I can find that her communication style can be a little bit more commanding, as do as I say. So this is her communication style that she has provided to us tonight. What I like about you, Shervin, is you have used appropriate props. And of course, you have also did your research on communications for couples. Your profession as a life coach also gives you the right to actually, the strength and your experience to actually inform us about what communication style would be best to couples. How I would like you to make better speech in your future speeches is perhaps you could actually slow down your pace a little bit and do a little bit more structure in your speech so that there is a more continuation as you move on from point to point for your next speeches. And also, can you bear in mind your time limit? Because I felt that you have actually went a lot more over time for a 5 to 7 minute speech. So that's all I could say. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
All right, thank you, Wendy, for also advise our speaker, Selvin. I hope next time Selvin can come up with a much more inspiring speech to all of us. All right, so the last evaluator, may I invite Grace Chan, our distinguished Toastmaster, to evaluate our 10th speaker, Michelle Lam.
Thank you very much, our Toastmaster of the evening, Christine. Hi, Michelle. This is the second time that I listened to your speech, and I was memorized by your speech because of your spoken, your eloquent way of communicating with us. I like the way you present your speech, where you stand up and deliver your speech using your hand gesture. And also, more impactful is the slide that you use to show us your university time during your postgraduate study, how Gopa and Daisy were your two mentors at that time who mentor you in your spiritual journey while you are in the university. I love the picture that you share. It also reminded me of my university time during Christmas, where we all dress up in sweater with all the Christmas design and pattern, and also not forgetting the Christmas tree. I did not expect you to mention about your university life at all, and the Gopa and how Daisy impacted your spiritual journey. And the second part that you did was to use the word mentor, M-E-N-T-O-R, as an acronym to share with us what is mentorship all about. So M stands for mutually agreed. E stands for the mentor's expertise and experience. And N stands for need-based basis, how the mentor would mentor the protege on the need basis, and T for time, whether the mentor had time for you, an opportunity, of course, and our relationship. Now, how could I suggest you to improve on the delivery or on the sharing of your mentorship, or rather as a protege? I thought that you could share how Gopa and Daisy impacted you since your university time until now of who you are. I didn't hear that, or I didn't listen that how they impacted you. Rather, you spend a lot of time describing about your journey on the God's word. So I thought that you could spend a little bit of time on how they impacted you. And also the second thing that I could suggest is, what is the message that you want the audience to take away of your experience as a protege? Would you now want to be a mentor as well to the new members or to anybody that they impacted you so much and you want to give back to the community? So, Michelle, two things I can suggest to you. share the impact they created and also what is your journey next to you for being a protege to be a mentor. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Grace, for such a wonderful feedback to our speaker, Michelle. I think Michelle must have taken away a lot of good ideas from our distinguished Toastmaster. All right, so right now I will call upon our timer, Rachel, to share the timer report.
Thank you, Christine. Okay, evaluation, the time allocated is 2 to 3 minutes. For Angeline, the time taken is 2 minutes 48 seconds, which is within the time allowed. Bara, time taken is 4 minutes 8 seconds. Wendy, time taken is 2 minutes 54 seconds, which is within the time allowed. Grace, 3 minutes and 26 seconds, which is within the time allowed. That's all my report. Back to you, Christine.
All right, thank you, Rachel. So right now, we will have our e-voting session for our evaluator, the second part of our e-voting session for the prepared speech. So SAA may flash out the poll for our members to vote for our evaluator. All right, so okay, the poll is completed, and we will right now I would like to invite our grammarian Betty from Metro Toastmaster Club to read out the report.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I am sure all of you this whole evening you have heard the great speeches by all our speakers and also evaluators. Today I found the standards are very high, very eloquent by particularly the group of the icebreakers members delivering the icebreaker speech. Now, since I was told to share my report in the chat, which I have done, I actually got, would you want me to send again or I share screen? Otherwise, you can get onto the chat and you will be able to review the report.
Betty, thanks. Your line is a bit breaking, so I think maybe they can download the reports and you can talk through as well. Thank you.
Yeah, would you, number one, I need the share screen. Otherwise, I will just go through the common mistake, right?
Yeah, I think you can talk through because I can see your line is breaking. So to save some of your bandwidth, maybe you can just talk through and the members can download the report. Thank you.
Yeah, download the report, but particularly I would like to highlight especially the word gestures, because I often hear the members and the speakers using the word gestures. So it should be spoken as J and not G. Okay, so correct that. And then the word Toastmasters, the S is missing, is not, I heard whole masters. The S at two sides, toast and masters. So this is one. And repeatedly for few members, a few speakers who say to be much more better. Better is already the superlative. So you don't repeat much more. to be better, not to be much more better. This is a few times I heard 5, 6 times on the same. The rest of it for the speakers, you can go through the report because I was told to share in the report, not to waste time. And the other common mistake that I discovered, it is when you are talking about the past, continue with the past tense. Don't mix with past and example. Our Lily also demonstrate her. It's already demonstrated, so also demonstrated. The other common one today, I'm going to share you. I'm going to share with you. Okay, these are the common ones that are often heard, right? So do you still want me to go on the excellent phrases, Christine?
I think the members can download the report and we can read through it. Thank you, Betty, for your effort in catching the words. All right, coming up next, we'll have our counter Crystal Go from Bagan Ajam Toastmaster Club. May you just read through like how many filler words the most and the least, and then we can read through the report from the chat. Thank you, Crystal.
Okay. So the most fillers that I detected is and while for repeated overused word, it's so. And there are a few speaker and evaluator, I did not detect any so congratulations. I also attached my report in the chat. Yes. I managed to write down a few examples, so you can refer to it later in the report.
All right. Yes, thank you, Crystal, for putting your effort to help our members to catch the filler words. All right, so our speech marathon has come to the almost to the end. Right now, we would like to go for an award and recognition. This will be giving an offline. So the awards and recognition, just to share out who are the who have get the awards.
So this is the best award, best speakers award, right, Christine?
Yes, this is the first Icebreaker Speech Best Speaker Awards.
Okay, right. So we have Ewan, Risan, Ewan. How come we have 2? Is it? Okay.
Risan is the prepared speech. Yes, part 2. Best.
All right. Okay. So congratulations to all the speakers. And then we have the best evaluator for part 1, Kelly Chow. And we have the second part 2 best evaluator, Grace Chan, DTM. Thank you. Back to now what we have is we are almost closing the end of the speech marathon, and we are mindful that we overrun almost 15 minutes behind the schedule, right? I would like to express our gratitude for everyone, all the role players have from different Toastmaster Club being supportive to participate and also to support Venus Club for tonight's role players, speech marathon role players. Thank you for your energies and your time in staying up with us tonight. And we do appreciate and learn a lot from all of you as well. And for the members, congratulations for delivering your first speech for the Icebreakers members. And of course, for the rest who are experienced speaker or you have done the speech prepared, right? I also encourage you to look into the feedback that have shared through and to enhance better in your upcoming speech. So well done, everyone. Thank you. Anyone would like to have your airtime? Probably we can have a quick one for you if you have any.
Grace.
Grace Chan.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether you are aware today is Angeline's birthday. Shall we sing a birthday song for her?
As a lover, I also don't know. I feel so sorry.
Shall we? Just a quick one?
Sure.
Okay,
Come.
one,
Thank you.
2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to you.
Happy
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Angeline. Happy birthday to you. Yay.
Wow. Got cake, got moon cake.
Thank you everyone. Thank you for the
What's your
surprise.
dream, Angeline? What's your dream? Come, make your wishes.
My dreams, I have a lot of dreams. I'm very greedy. So my first dream is, of course, to have our Venus Club successful and all members to be happy and stay enjoy to Venus all the way. Thank you, everyone.
Good one.
Happy birthday once again to you, Angeline.
Thank you,
All the dreams come
everyone.
true.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Angeline.
Thank you. Any more airtime?
Yes.
Me. Oh, who says? Oh, me first lah. Huh? Okay. Bank Baru Toastmaster Club will be having another speech. Something like speech marathon on tomorrow Sunday morning, and I will be deliver my speech over there also. So I know that some of the members would like to learn from Mandarin. Yeah, you please text me later on, then I will send you the link. All right, that's all from me. Thank you. Tomorrow from 10 to 12, 10 morning until 12. Yeah, thank you.
So it's my turn. Next week, Wednesday, 29th of September, Falim Toastmaster Club has their club contest for International Speech and Evaluation Contest. So everyone, I will come. Thank you. Back to you.
Kelly, next.
Hi, I wonder if there's any coffee drinkers over here.
Yeah, we have June from Starbucks ambassador.
Awesome,
Yes.
beautiful, fantastic. So Sunways Club is going to have our next meeting on the 30th, which is on a Thursday, in conjunction with World Coffee Day. So our theme will be coffee theme, and yours truly will be the table topic master. So do come and join the fun on, very caffeinated theme or night. So yeah, back to you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Kelly. Looking forward.
Yeah, Kelly,
Kelly,
you may
you'll
paste
share
the
the-
link in the friends chat, or maybe you can
The link, I think the link is not out yet, but yeah, I will share with Angeline and Servine.
Thank
And I
you,
think,
Thank you. Saifu, yes.
Thank you.
Saifu.
Okay. After you have finished up your drinking coffee with Kelly, you can join to my club meeting as joint meeting with Toastmaster, Active Mind Toastmaster Club in Kuwait and Bahrain, because we're going to start at 10 o'clock at night. So after you drinking, you tak boleh tidur, you join sekali kita orang lah.
Why so
So
late?
I have to follow that time lah, what to do. They're 4
Oh,
hours
you mean
late.
in overseas, is it the one?
Yes,
Overseas
Kuwait is
club.
in overseas.
Yeah.
I see.
Kuwait and
Okay.
Bahrain. So I try to find the link now. Maybe I can paste it to you later. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
Saifu, the one that he shared is a joint meeting.
Yes.
So yeah,
When is
that's why
that?
it's
When
a
is
bit-
that?
Just after Kelly
Oh, 29 or so.
Sunway. Yeah.
No,
On the
no,
30th.
sorry. 30th.
30th,
30th.
Thursday. Yeah.
But it's going to be late lah.
All right.
Kuwait and
thank
Bahrain,
Alright.
sure got a lot of handsome guys there one.
Sorry lah, I have to disappointed you. Kalau you pergi Middle East, most of them are Indian. Very few Arab. Most of them are Indian.
Okay lah, never mind. We all universal. The eye is
we
what?
okay
The beauty
je.
is beyond what? The beholder, right? So it's okay one, Saifu. You just open up the platform, people join only.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, ladies,
Angeline,
I think I need to make a move.
I want to ask the question. Today, you all have your 10 speeches by the speakers. They are all from winners, right?
Yeah.
So how often do you intend to have this marathon? You just, because I know your club is new, you are picking up, right?
Yeah, thank you, Betty, for the questions. I think we have up to today, we have 39 members.
Oh,
so
very good.
definitely 2 meetings for a month, it will not able to cover all the speaker speech. So I have already discussed with our VPE. We intend to open up our 3rd meetings for every month. So this month, September is today is our first speech marathon. And then because we want to plan our speaker to be ready for our club speech contest on November. Yeah, so September and October is the speech marathon, and November 13 is our club speech contest. And after that, November onwards, every month we will have open up another light meeting for our speech, for our members to deliver their project speech. So we hope that everybody able to achieve their projects and their pathways.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Betty. Thanks for coming, Betty.
Yeah,
Thanks
welcome,
for
welcome.
coming, Betty.
Right. Most welcome. Okay, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you,
Good
and
night.
good night, Betty.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you for coming tonight, Betty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Betty.
everyone.
Thanks for joining today for our speech marathon. See you next week
Well
on
done,
the
all
1st
the 10
October.
Bye. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.